So these are our bedrooms, and as you can see, this is looking neat, which doesn't often. But we're gonna kind of go through what a reset looks like for each of these rooms. The event rooms are kind of split up into 4 quadrants. This is one of the 4. This is actually room 241. That's 240. This one's 246, and then the one kind of in the far corner, that's 245. So a reset, an event room reset is what we call it, is 5 small round tables with 8 chairs stacked around each one. And we'll kind of go through and tell you how to put them, how to place the chairs so that it's evenly spaced out, where it looks warm and inviting. Cut. Warm and inviting. And yeah, I'll kind of show you how to place the legs down where it's kind of evenly spaced out, and things like that. And I'll show you how to do the walls, how to tear those down and set them back up. So yeah, cool. Let's do the thing.
What, are you standing there?
No.
That was a good one. So, you want to move some chairs. How are you going to do that? Well, let me show you. With the help of our handy dandy cart right here, you can throw stacks around. So, first thing about a stack of chairs, you don't want to stack higher than 12. Trust me, it's not fun to handle, and you can smack you in the face. Speaking from experience. Most of the time, when we're going through the chair closet, we want to be using the blue chairs as much as possible. So what you want to do is you want to take a cart, shove it right up underneath your chairs there, and then when you pull back, you're just going to have to trust me on this. If you keep your hands here, you're not going to get your hands pinched. If you put them anywhere up here on this side, that's where you kind of risk breaking your hand. So if you keep it here, you can just kind of throw it back onto yourself. It's not very hard, but it does take a little bit of trust to do. And then you kind of whip the card out to wherever you want to put it. So say we had a table right here, or an event where we would need chairs right here. I would just kind of lift the chairs up and place them here. And then when we're done with an event, we take all the chairs, stack them 12 high, and then do the same thing backwards. So just whip it back on yourself, catch it, and then pull it and put it back into the closet. So easy enough. Maybe. Oh. Right on in.
Yeah, like a glove. So we're going to show you how to do a classic small round table setup with 8 chairs. 8 chairs is usually the standard. Sometimes people will ask for more than that, but typically when they say we need a small round, it's always 8, the standard. So what we're going to have here is we're going to have Caleb kind of show you how to set up a small round on the floor. So take note of where the legs are right now, the position you're at. So once you get them in place, you put them down. All the legs need to be facing the same way. So as you can see here, they're kind of like this. And so they're both facing the front of the room. So after that, once he starts straightening it, he's going to pick a line. So we kind of use the carpet squares for our positioning and just to making like symmetry and everything like that. So right now he's chosen to use the corner, the back left corner, to kind of line that up. There's a line there that you can put the front legs on. So that way it's just more uniform, and then we'll do the rest of the tables like that in the room. So now I'll kind of show you how to place the 8 chairs around each table properly so that it's uniform and that it feels warm and inviting and people are going to pull it, because there's kind of legs there and it's just kind of makes like no sense when like you're trying to push it in and stuff like that. So there's a certain way to set it up. So what I like to say is that we start with a plus sign. So as you can see, like it kind of makes like a plus sign right now, which is like a T in a way. So you start with that, and then you kind of fill in the holes, or you make an X or a multiplication sign. And you kind of just fill in the holes like that. You always want to start with the plus sign and then do the multiplication sign. That way you just have even spaces and it looks good, and it feels, you know, comfortable when people approach it and stuff like that. So
Yeah, one thing Brian hits on is having the chairs backed out a little bit when, I mean, it makes it a little bit more evenly spaced, but if you're going, it's just like more inviting when the chair's like backed out a little for you. It's easier to, actually, I don't even know. That's what he says.
yeah.
You can cut that, but having it spaced out that way just makes it more inviting.
Yeah, so when you just come in, you sit, nice and easy. You say, hello, welcome to Cedarville University. My name is Caleb, and I'm an exec.
Hello, welcome to Cedarville University. My name's Adam. I'm an exec.
So this next part, we just did tables and chairs and stuff. Now we're going to talk about the walls. So there's going to be 4 walls in these event rooms. They're kind of used to divide for different classrooms, things like that. So what Caleb has in his hand right now is called a wall key. And that's going to be, there it is, kind of like a weird L. You're going to use that to kind of unlock and lock the wall pieces into place. As you can see, he kind of opened access to it so you can kind of flip it around. There's handles on it for convenience. Super simple, really. On the inside here, I'm going to show you what he's doing right now. Maybe I will. So there's kind of like a groove at the bottom there, and you need to unlock that piece down there at the bottom before you can open the door to it. And it's really simple after that. These walls kind of collapse in on each other. After you unlock them, they kind of lock into the floor. So there's this like piece at the bottom of it that locks to the floor through the key, and the key does the same thing of unlocking it. You collapse the walls, you push them in. Pretty self-explanatory. And this one's going to get a little more complicated just because there's a door here, and the door itself has this metal plate at the bottom, and you need to get that metal plate up before you do the rest of the wall. So as you can see, this one kind of lifted this side of the metal plate up, and that lifted that side of the metal plate up. And then you can unlock the whole thing from the floor at that point. And then you just pull out, it'll collapse again, and you can push back in. So
yeah, going the other way, the walls are just going to kind of fit in place, and then you do that same exact thing. Lock it in place, and you drop that bottom piece down, and then go from there.
Quick tip, or I guess insight onto using the wall key itself. Sometimes it's going to feel like you're going to break the key or break the wall when you're using it. I know it doesn't feel natural, but it is natural, and sometimes like you can tell like if it will go and if it just won't go, it won't budge at all. But when you lock and unlock, it's going to kind of feel like you're going to have to put a lot of pressure on it. So that's just kind of the way it is. Yeah.
That's Dallas.
That is Dallas.
So this last wall, you kind of feed it in place. You want to get your door shut after this. Just give me a sec here. Oh, that was a little stupid. Sorry. You get your door shut first.
Yeah.
Rookie mistake.
Rookie mistake.
So there's this little, kind of what you've seen on every single wall. That's what you use to unlock and lock this door in place. So you pull it back in here.
Like I said, there's a pin that you can drop into the floor itself, which locks the door. That boy just shuts.
And then, I'm sorry, you get this wall in place.